People, I can't stop buying crap that I honestly just don't really need.
Hey, RGT 85. Hey, Sean.
Oh my God, it's Stevie Richards! What's up guys, RGT85 here, and today we have another pickups video. Yes, I've been buying a lot more stuff since I have a game room again, and I've been trying to just get some things along the way that sort of fancy my interest and things that are interesting to me. So today we have some GameStop games that I picked up. We have another box of retro game treasure, because I guess I was really far behind in that, and we have a really cool piece of 90s nostalgia that I'm not sure a lot of people will remember, but for me it was something big when I was growing up, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. But first off, obviously you can see with the title, I had a very positive experience at GameStop, because honestly it's the simple things with that company. I feel like if they focused on the simple things, the company would be in better shape, and it seems like the local GameStop near me is a very good store. So I just wanted to share what I bought and my little experience of good stuff. So I really just went in for some random stuff. I just like to look around and buy games that I might not think of, and so that's pretty much what I did, except for one game that was kind of specific to what I was looking for, and that's where the feel-good story comes in. So the first game I picked up is Jurassic World, Lego Jurassic World on the Wii U. Now this was like $8 or $9, and honestly I've never played this game. I know it came out on the Xbox One and the PS4 as well, but the Wii U version was the cheapest version of the game, and I really love Jurassic Park. I love the Jurassic Park trilogy. I'm not really that big fan of Jurassic World. I think it was okay, you know, I just sort of missed the characters, but the trilogy, I was always able to find something good in the trilogy of the trilogy of movies. So I'm looking forward to this because you play through the films. So I think that's really cool. I'm really curious to see how this game plays out. I will have to set up my Wii U. It's somewhere in one of these closets, but I think I have a decent idea of where it is. So yeah, it was like $8 or $9, like I said, 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there. It is complete, so that's pretty cool. So a decent little pickup. The second game I picked up is a game that I was pretty sure I owned, and I looked and I did not own it. I would love to know what happened to this game. I want to know what happens when you have a game and then it just disappears. Like, is there a video game gnome that comes in your room and like steals one game, like the Underpants gnome from South Park? It really makes no sense to me, but this is Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles. Now, obviously, I'm sort of on a Resident Evil kick right now. We just picked up Resident Evil 3 Nemesis on the GameCube recently. Resident Evil 2 just came out on the Xbox One and PS4, and I really love that game. So I wanted to play through this again because I thought they were really fun games. They had this game and the Dark Side Chronicles on the Wii, and they were basically light gun games that took you through the Resident Evil games that were available at the time. So I really had fun with these games. I thought they looked really good on the Wii, and I like light gun games on the Wii because of the way the controller is set up. So I picked this up once again. It was like, I want to say $6 or $7. It is complete, so that is cool as well. Now, honestly, that was going to be it for my pre-owned games, but a customer actually had a buy two get one free coupon on pre-owned games, and he gave it to me for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. He just sort of turned around in line. He was like, here, do you want this? And I was like, okay, sure. So I ended up using that and getting a game that, once again, I have not played, and that is Wolfenstein: The New Order on the Xbox One. Now, I did play Wolfenstein 2. I beat Wolfenstein 2. I beat it on the Switch, and I thought it was a really cool game. I enjoyed the story and the gameplay in it, so I wanted to play this game because I sort of missed out on this game. I'm not quite sure why I missed out on it, but I did. So I was happy to pick this up. Once again, it is a complete copy of the game, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. Obviously, there's new Wolfenstein stuff that's supposed to be coming in 2019 as well, and the Wolfenstein games are just fun games, so I'm really looking forward to checking out this game. And now it's time for the feel-good story from the GameStop store. So most of the time when you go to a GameStop, what is the biggest complaint that especially collectors have is the fact that when you purchase a new game, sometimes you get a game that's been already open and they've gutted it and they put it on the shelf. Well, that was the case with this game, and when I got to the register, I was picking up Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy on the Nintendo Switch. This is a budget title from THQ Nordic, and it looked like a really fun game. I know Spawnwave did a video on this. I'm probably going to steal Spawnwave's footage of it so you guys can see what the game looks like, but I have not started this game yet. But when I got up to the counter, the cashier let me know and said, hey, this is the only new copy we have, so it's not sealed in plastic. Is that okay with you? And I was like, Yes! Like, why do you not always ask that? That should be like a mandatory thing that GameStop implements into their things. I don't mind buying games that are already open, but like, tell me about it. At least offer me something else. Or say, hey, you know, this is the only copy we have. Is that a big deal to you? Some people don't like it. Some people get really bent out of shape about that, and I can understand why. But if it's all you have, it's all you have. And I wanted the game, so I thought that was really cool of the cashier to let me know. It's a very good GameStop store. I'm going to be doing a lot of business there because it's very close to my house. But yeah, so I just picked up some random games that I wanted, and really I wanted Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, but the other games just sort of came along as well. And we also got a box of Retro Game Treasure. Now, if you're not familiar with what Retro Game Treasure is, I will do a short spiel on it. No, they do not pay me, but they do send me a box every month to check out so that you guys can get some sort of idea of what you get. Basically, you go on their website, you sign up for their service. There's a link in the description box down below, along with a coupon code that'll save you a couple bucks. And you sign up for the service, you say what systems you want to collect for, what games you already have. They have a very good inventory checklist, and the inventory checklist does update every time they send you games. And honestly, I've always gotten pretty good boxes. There's been like one or two that I felt like, you know, they're not too great, but really, I've really gotten good boxes from these guys, and it's always good to get extra games that maybe you just don't think about picking up in your collection. So we got another box here. I like to just stare dead into the camera while I'm opening it, so it's like a surprise for me. How you doing? All right, so we got the first game here, and it feels like a GameCube game. It is a GameCube game. Holy shit! Okay, I've actually been wanting to play this game, and I did not own it, and now I own it. I don't care if this rest of the box literally has like 8-bit Eric pubic hair in here, because this is a hell of a game, and that is Starfox Assault on the GameCube. This was probably the best GameCube Star Fox game compared to Star Fox Adventures. Some people didn't really like Star Fox Adventures. I did, but this had more traditional elements of the game, and honestly, it's a game that I never really played that much. I remember renting it once or twice and having a good time with it, but I will be playing this tonight. My GameCube is actually set up with the GC HD adapter, and it is a complete copy of the game as well. So I'm very happy with this box. This is a game that I've wanted for a while. It's a game that I don't really see all that often, so, you know, hats off to Retro Game Treasure. You've already made me happy. What else is in here? We got some packing material. Feels like a loose genocide game, and it's Sonic 2. I'm pretty sure I have a million copies of this game. I don't know how this didn't make the checklist, but, you know, it's always good to have another copy of Sonic 2. It's not for resale, okay? And that means it's worth a lot of money because, like, all the not for resale stuff is worth a lot, right? Right? And the final game in here, this is a box of 3. Sometimes they usually send between 3 and 5 games. Like I said, I don't really care because they sent me a game that I really wanted in complete condition. This feels like a Dreamcast or PS1 game. It is factory sealed as well. And NBA 2K1. And this is a good game. Like, this is when sports games became great, in my opinion, with the NFL 2K and the NBA 2K series. So cool to have a sealed copy of it. But like I said, there could be, you know, human excrement in the rest of this box. I got a really good game in this box, and this makes me really happy, and this is a game that I'll be playing tonight. So like I said, if you're interested in Retro Game Treasure, be sure to check out the link in the description box down below. There's also a coupon code where you can save some money. No kickback for me, but they do send me a free box every month to check out. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And finally, we have a bit of 90s nostalgia for you. I go through these weird phases where I think of things that I played with as a kid, and I'm like, I really want to buy that again. And I recently went through that and probably spent a little bit too much money on this, but you know what? It needed to be done. And that is Pogs. We've got the Pogs, baby. We've got the Pogs. So if you're not familiar with what Pogs is, it's basically a game that was like developed in Hawaii during World War II, I believe it was, and it was just milk caps. And basically in these more, you know, areas where there wasn't a lot of money, there's more poverty-ridden areas, kids would play with these milk caps and they would flip them, and, you know, it was the way you played the game. You would put something down, you'd put a stack of milk caps, and you'd try to flip them over. Well, back in the mid-90s, Milton Bradley came along and sort of branded this as Pog, and we came up with the Pog game. And you can see this dude here had like, I believe he had like merchandise. He may have even had like a little cartoon. Like, he became a big figurehead, and Pogs became a big thing. And the funny thing was, it was like a lot of children's introductions into gambling, because you would basically play Pogs and you would play for keeps. So if you lost in a game of Pogs, you would lose those Pogs. And it was just fascinating to me. I always really enjoyed Pogs. They came and went very, very quick, but it was just a fun game. So I picked up a set of Pogs here. We have this. It came with a bunch of stock Pogs that used to come in the starter kit that I have here, but I did pick up some weird extra ones because they made Pogs of everything. We have Super Mario Brothers the movie Pogs. I thought these were really cool, factory sealed. You have Yoshi on here. You of course have Koopa. You have Mario and Luigi. Just really strange, but not nearly as strange as these Pogs here. We have the O.J. Simpson Trail of Blood Pogs. Who made this? These were for children. Why would you make this? I don't know why I bought this. It's just a weird thing that I was like, I really want this. So I went ahead and bought the Trail of Blood limited edition O.J. Simpson Pogs. And then of course we have the Pog board here. This is where you play Pog on. You put your Pogs here and you would keep it in the middle. I'm gonna have some B-roll footage of me playing with Pogs. And then I got two containers of Pogs that also came with some slammers. So I have a lot of Pogs here. The whole thing about Pog is you have to have someone to like play it with. And so I don't know, I'm just gonna play solo games, sort of up my Pog game. And then I don't know, maybe one day I'll do a full video on Pog, sort of looking at the backstory of it. And maybe I'll just get a really big, ridiculous Pog collection. And it's kind of funny because a lot of people felt like Pog was going to be worth a lot of money when you got older, like baseball cards or Beanie Babies that came after it, and then it just never really happened. Like, there's a few sort of rare Pogs out there that fetch a high price, but for the most part, nobody really cares about Pog. But we're bringing Pog back in 2019, baby. It's all Pog all the time. POG 85 is what we're rebranding to, and yeah, we're not really doing that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little pickups related video. I hope the GameStop story was a heartwarming story for you like it was for me. It's the little things in life that I look for. It's the little things in life I enjoy. Let me know in the comments if your GameStop does something like that, because every GameStop that I've ever been to, whenever they're selling you a floor copy, they don't say anything. They just hand you the floor copy and go about your way. Let me know what you think of the retro game treasure box. Obviously, I'm about to play some Starfox Assault after I edit this video. And let me know your thoughts on Pogs. Do you like Pogs? Do you remember Pogs? Pogs! Pogs! And Alpha's back in Pog form. As always, I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.